Everybody have a bolster, couple blocks, at least one blanket, eye bag if you want, eye bag. I put a bolster and a couple blocks over there for you. So good morning, everybody. We are officially starting this class, and it's full moon today, the full pink moon, and it's restorative and restful yoga. So we're going to start seated, but make sure you have your whatever props that you have available near you. And we're on the Yamas, the first limb of yoga. Do you remember which one we're talking about? Can anybody remember the name? Ahimsa. Ahimsa. A flow chart. Good morning. Good morning.
All these different limbs.
I will share a flow chart to show you the limbs of yoga. I will do that. So we're going to start seated, and if it's comfortable, you could cross your legs. Maybe it's more comfortable to have one forward and one crossed. We have the smell of clove. Can you smell the clove in here? It has some redeeming qualities. Back when I was in my 20s, I every once in a while used to smoke a clove cigarette. Did anybody? And it tasted good. So start with one shoulder back, and then once that one goes back, start the other one. So you're going to be moving both of them up, back, and down. And as you do this, you want to feel a lengthening of those beautiful spines inside your body that hold and support the nerve endings to your brain. So when we take care of the spine, we help take care of the brain for more vitality and clarity. That is the sound of the microwave. We don't have an emergency going on. It sounds like an alarm. And then we're going to go the other direction. So one is coming forward. Really lift it up and bring it forward and down. Lift it up, forward and down. Good morning. When we lift both shoulders, we're going to take a breath in. And then when we press them down, we'll do 2 breaths out. So lift both shoulders up, breathe in, stretch and flex. And then press out with a so the shoulders go down and out as much as possible. Breathe in. And then go down 2 times. And wide, making a nice A shape with your body. Breathe in, lift up. And then go down. One more time for good measure. Inhale, lift, and down with a just sway the body right and left. When you go right, imagine that you're leading with your shoulders, so it comes up and down, and lift up and down. Lift that shoulder up and down. Feel your side body, feel your waist, your belly.
Sorry.
One more time. Now let your body go forward and back. So go forward, shoulders are back. And then go into your cat tilt, opening up the back of the body. Let's breathe in when we come forward. Breathe in. Breathe out as you come to cat tilt. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out. Now take a breath in right here and reverse the breathing. Exhales, you come forward. Inhales, you go back. Exhales, you come forward. Inhales, you go back. One more time. Exhale forward. Inhale as you go back. Let the body make those circles from the waist. Go forward to the right and back and left. Winding up. We've been talking about the bandhas, where you lift up from the bottom of the spine, Mula Bandha, and then you lift up in the belly up to the chest, Uddiyana Bandha. So do that while you do these rotations. We're going to do one more in that direction, and we'll come forward and we'll hold in that forward bend and then go the other direction. Doing that lift in the spine, pulling that energy, that prana up towards the crown. One more. Bridging heaven and earth. One hand is going to come up and the other is going to go down, and flex that wrist. Breathe in. Come to a forward bend with the hands on the heart. Exhale. Other side. Breathe in. Flex the wrists. Open those fingers. Exhale. Come forward. Other direction. Breathe in. Exhale. Forward bend. Side bend. Breathing in. Exhale. Forward. One more time each way. Breathe in. Flex that wrist. Exhale. Forward bend. Other side. Breathe in. Exhale. Forward bend. Let your hands come towards the heart. Send your legs forward as we flex and point the feet. Flex and point the feet. Go ahead, let your hands release and circle at your ankles. And go the other direction. Take those feet, bring those feet closer together at the bottoms of the feet. Bring the heels as close to your pelvis as you would like. And then open up the bottoms of the feet where the toes touch and the toes spread. Working with your neck, let's move the head in a side bend to the right. Breathe in. You could look up, drop those shoulders. Breathe out as the head goes the other direction. Do it again. Breathe in. Head goes to the right. Breathe out. Other direction. And repeat it. Another side bend, maybe a little bit deeper. Exhale. Twist for the neck turn and look behind you. Breath in. Maybe feel the pause at the top. Turn, look the other direction. Breath out. Breath, pause at the bottom. Inhale, twist. Exhale, turn. One more twist. Breathe in. And breathe out. Go left. Head comes back to center. Let those legs come in towards each other. Open them up nice and wide as the feet flex and you press the thighs down. And shins active, ankles, spread the toes. You can use the hands in front or back. Now drop the head down into your forward bend for your cervical spine. Tilt it back. Use your four-corner breath if you like. Coming back forward. Tilting back, back bend. One more time. Tilting back. create more ease in your shoulders with your hands on the thighs or in front, wherever's comfortable for you. And neck rolls. Let the head move to the side and forward, to the left, and tilt back. Try closing the mouth, but relaxing the inside of the mouth so it feels spacious. After you've done 3 one way, just pause wherever you started and reverse. Let your head come back to center. Bend those legs and bring those feet in so they're as wide as your mat with the hands back behind you. We're just going to do a few windshield wipers for your hips and your twists. And our first pose is going to be legs up the wall. Oh, darn. And I'll pass out the shoulder bags so you have them while they're warm at the beginning. Maybe you could help me, Brian. Maybe you could help me with the shoulder bags. Let your legs go to your right. Let your legs go to your right, and then turn your body so your hands go on the other side of that leg for a twist for 3 good breaths. You can practice your Mula Bandha, lifting up from the bottom of the spine, and Uddiyana Bandha, where the belly comes in and up towards the crown. When you're ready with those 3 breaths, nice long exhalation, and let your body come out of the twist back to center and just shift so your legs go to the other direction. If your legs are bent and you bring your hands on the other side of your thighs, lift up and turn and twist, and take 3 nice breaths. Lift up through the bottom of the spine, Perineum, Mula Bandha, and Uddiyana Bandha. Keep turning the head and drop the shoulders. Take a nice long exhalation when you're ready, and then let your body come out of that twist, and let's set ourselves up as close to the wall as you like. You could put your bolster up against the wall. You could let your pelvis be on a blanket or on the bolster if you want. Your buttocks doesn't have to be all the way to the wall. You decide. It works your hamstrings a little more. So you bring your bottom towards the wall. You can lie on your side. You lie on your side, and then you flip on over to your back and then lift the legs up. And then if you decide that you want to be closer, you can always adjust and let yourself be closer or further away. So your hands will be open, and they could be shoulder height, or they could come into goddess pose. And you might want your hands on blocks. And you could play with your feet while you're like this. I'm going to set the timer, and we'll be in this pose for 12 minutes. Anybody want an eye bag? Anybody want a blanket for their feet, their legs? While you're there, your feet feel cold. It can feel really nice to wrap your legs. You want your eye bag, Laura? Or you don't want it?
I don't want her.
Oh no. Jim, you want? We are. Want an eye bag?
Sam?
Such good manners. You want one?
I have one.
You want me to get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the twinkly lights. Sir?
Let your bodies just find ease in this inverted pose that has wonderful redeeming benefits for helping with fatigue, helping increase your energy. Some of you will find our Ahimsa a review, which is very worthy of reviewing. So the first limb, Yama, the first Yama is Ahimsa. This jewel of nonviolence asks us to step lightly, to do no harm to ourselves, to all living things, and to honor the relationship that we have with the earth, with each other, and with ourselves. If we can't find love for ourselves, it becomes easy to look outward and begin to focus on others, hiding our own sense of fear and maybe failure under our blazing concern for others. So it's almost as if we're secretly saying, my life is a mess. I'll feel better if I fix yours. If we're not honest with ourselves, we can even go to bed with a sense of pride in the amazing things that we've done for others that day. We may feel holy about our feats of self-sacrifice, but maybe we are hiding our own sense of self-failure by telling others how to live their lives. Thinking we know. I'm going to wait for the train to leave. Thinking we know what's better for others becomes a subtle way that we do violence. You might just feel like that is just such a radical statement. And I'm taking words from Deborah Adele from her book that's the most complete book I've ever seen on the Yamas and the Niyamas. When we take it upon ourselves to help the other whittle away at their sense of autonomy. So nonviolence asks us to trust the other's ability to find the answer that they're seeking. It asks us to have faith in the other, not feel sorry for them. It asks that we stop managing ourselves, our experience, others, and others' experience of us, and leave the other person free of our needs, free to be themselves, and free to see us as they choose. There's a story from India that indicates the violence that we do to others by thinking we know what's best for them. It seems a passerby witnessed a monkey in a tree with a fish. The monkey was saying to the fish, "But I saved you from drowning." The monkey, thinking it had saved the fish, had taken the fish to a place that couldn't meet any of the fish's needs for survival or growth. We can't save people or fix them. All we can do is model, and that points the finger back at us. Like the monkey, when we try to take someone out of their challenge or suffering, we take them out of the environment that offers them a rich learning experience. The only thing we have to offer is truly of value is to sit with friends, family members when they have challenges, where they are, as they are. And we need to trust their suffering and trust the challenge and trust the mistakes, that they are what refine us when we don't run from them. We learn the difference between help and support. We learn the difference between help, which carries the connotation that I'm more skilled at life's decisions and challenges than the other person is. Help is a one-up on the other person, whereas support means the other person meets the other person on equal playing ground with equal ability. I read that because it's relevant. Well, I put the timer on, but I never touched the timer, so I think for those of you that want to, you could separate the legs even more. So you make a triangle. And you could bring the toes in towards each other. And then you could move the baby toes more closer to the wall. So you're pronating and supinating. Do it again, toes in and toes out, and toes in and toes out, in and out. Circle the ankles again. You're going to bring the legs up closer and then let the right leg, when you're ready, cross over at the ankle and then to the shin and then above the knee. And you'll be in a pigeon pose. And if you wanted to work that leg muscle on that outer hip a little bit more, you could drag the left heel down so that leg bends as well. And just flex that foot that's on top as you move the knee closer to the wall. Experiment with how much sensation you want and rest the back. Take out the contraction in the back. It's a good time to practice even same amount of time and breadth and volume of breath. See if you could fill your belly and your chest and your side ribs up and take the same amount of time to exhale. So it evens out the monkey mind. Feel one more good breath with that leg crossed. And if you took that leg and bent that left leg, extend that leg back up, uncross the legs again. Work with your ankles and feet, and then cross the other leg. Let the left leg cross over the right ankle, maybe at the shin level, and then all the way up. Well, I did set the timer. And then if you want to draw that right leg further down to have more sensation, and then move the knee further away from your head, closer to the wall. And then relax the buttocks, relax the back. And breathe. Go ahead and send that leg, if it bent, further up and uncross those legs. And then feel maybe both knees pull into the chest, and you could start to rock side to side. If it's accessible to you with those legs wide, you could come into your version of happy baby, where the hands can come inside towards the shins, the ankles, or the bottoms of the feet, and the legs open. You hold the bottoms of the feet or wherever it's accessible to you. Hug those knees back into your chest and roll over to one side and just lie there in fetal pose for a few breaths. When you feel ready, come to tabletop. We're going to do some more dog and cat tilt. So you're going to round when you're ready and do your cat tilt. Neutral pelvis, and then let the belly sag and lift the tail, spread the buttocks bones, lift the head, the eyes. Dog tilt, and then go back. As you breathe in, come cat tilt. And dog tilt. Just a few more times, 3 or 4 more times in your own breath. Everybody's close to the wall, right? So that you could place one foot at the wall with the toe going down. That me? So you got one foot. Bring yourself so that you're on the shin and the right foot goes back, the toes down, and the heel is there at the wall. And lengthen that leg. Feel your calf stretch. Move that foot further up the wall so the toe is on the wall and you lengthen that leg. Bring that knee back, and same thing at the other side. Start low where the ball of the foot presses down, the toes are forward. Press that foot into that cold wall. Lengthen into the leg muscles. Fingers wide. Pick up that top of that thigh and then move it further up the wall. So the toe is still pointed down, but the leg is straightening. Exhale, let that knee come down. Open up both knees. Let the toes touch. And let your hands press together, rub them together to make some heat. And then cover your eyes when you feel like you've generated some heat. And just rest those hands on the forehead and the cheekbones. Maybe the fingers, the thumbs touch part of the temple. And just rest there in this neurovascular hold, which is calming for the mind and the brain. Covering the eyes and breathing. Release your hands and take your left hand forward and weave the right hand through. So you're threading the needle with the left hand forward and the right hand goes between that hand and stretching into a twist where the head might come down, the shoulder might come down, or you could put it on a block. And then we're going to switch sides so that your right hand can go forward, lengthening out, pressing into the palm, stretching that arm, and then weaving the other hand through and lengthening from the waist to the head, making lots of space under that armpit in your side body, and breathing. We're going to come into, bring those arms back. We're going to come into a back bend. So if you like to put your whole body on the bolster, you could do that where you move the bolster away from the wall. So the bolster's not at the wall, and you put your whole body on the bolster. When you lie on the bolster with your feet towards the wall, then your shoulders will come off the bolster. I'm going to show you another option too. I know a lot of people don't have a bolster. So if your feet are touching the wall, then the bolster is going to come like to the middle of the back. So your shoulders will come off the ground. It feels good to have your feet touch the wall. So try that. Or if you want to just take your blanket and let your blanket roll up and put it right, not at the waist, but in the middle of the back, you can do that. And that might feel more wonderful as you let your body drape over that blanket with just the right amount of back bend. Arms come on the other side of the blanket. So maybe you still want your shoulder bags. So Timothy, I can tell you need to move your bolster down towards the wall. Yeah, so your shoulders will rest. There you go. So, well, it's not wrong, but like if you want more of a back bend, you're going to bring your bolster up so like your bottom's going to sit on the bolster. Okay. Then you let your body drape off so you're going to feel your shoulders on it. You want to try that, or is that not good for your back, Jim?
I need something.
That feels better. That opens up your shoulders too. Do you feel your shoulders touching the ground?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, sort of. I'm a short person.
Well, wait a minute. I think you could be further this way off and you'll find more comfort too. You're going to feel the bolster come like where your bra is. That's where the top of the bolster will come.
Okay.
Is that more comfortable?
Yeah.
He's got what?
Jim's got his bro on.
Anybody want their eye bags back, their shoulder bags on? If there's any heat left in them? So our bodies are precious gifts. We want to honor them. We want to respect them. We want to nourish and love them fully. So we should know and understand what we're eating and where it comes from. And this is one way to practice Ahimsa. We want to nourish our body with fresh and healthy and nutritious and wholesome and organic plant-based foods. We want to treat our body like the holy place that doesn't thrive on unhealthy or junk food and the deaths of other creatures. Some of the biggest animals in the world thrive on nothing but plant-based food. Do you know, I know you know, that consuming a non-vegetarian diet is not the best thing for our environment and one of the biggest causes of global warming. But if you can't be vegetarian or vegan, you could try maybe just a meatless Monday. And sometimes you can't eat that way because that diet can cause you harm. So then it's more important to consider what works best for your unique body. And you don't need to feel guilty because that's just another form of subtle violence to the body, to the mind. So with regards to food, just try to follow Ahimsa as best you can. The second thing that we can do to practice and implement Ahimsa in our daily lives is to cultivate seeds of positive and loving thoughts. If you're constantly critical of yourself, you'll inevitably be critical of others. coming from a space of accepting and appreciating the innate beauty, the wholeness, and the perfectness in ourselves and people around us will strengthen our roots of Ahimsa. So that means we need to be kind to ourselves and practice self-forgiveness, to give genuine compliments to ourselves, to others, to even think about going on a criticism fast for a week, for a month, for a lifetime. And observe your own anger and how you can best deal with it. But nobody in here probably has anger issues, right? So I don't need to tell you how to deal with that. Well, you could perform random acts of kindness, provide a listening ear, practice gratitude, chant, sing, dance, celebrate your existence. The third thing to do to practice Ahimsa is to not skip your meals and get enough sleep. I love the slogan, HALT. Don't get too hungry, too angry, too lonely, too tired. You could put bored in there too. Don't get bored. When we get in those states, it means we lower our prana, our vital energy. So when that prana is low, it's difficult to practice Ahimsa and to be compassionate to others. So maintaining as best you can a calm and happy state of mind are great sources of energy to help maintain that high prana in ourselves. Like, help yourself vibrate higher. We're going to get ready to move again out of this back bend. So another way to practice Ahimsa is when you're driving, just be calm when someone else is not showing Ahimsa themselves. There are definitely those moments when we're driving where negative thoughts could get in our head and things could spill out of our mouths. So driving aggressively or getting angry with them is not going to help you practice Ahimsa. Start to initiate movement by bending your legs. If you're in a back bend your legs when you're ready. And sometimes you get in a spot where you go, I don't want to move. When you feel ready, you can just roll over to one side. And then I'm going to suggest that we do now, we've done a back bend. So we're going to come up to seated. We're going to take our legs wide and we're going to do a forward bend. So a forward bend might be for you that you've got your bolster in front and you're just going to come forward. You could also take your bolsters and it could lift up to this level. Some of us need a bolster that really helps you relax. So you could take that bolster and press it into the ground and lean forward so it touches the forehead and you can touch those legs, and that could be your forward bend. You might like one leg in and one leg straight, but try to come into a sustainable, see if we could stay for about 5 minutes in this forward bend. Find the best position for your body to be comfortable, and then get settled in your breathing. fifth thing that we can do to practice ahimsa, non-violence, non-injury, is care for Mother Earth and our ecosystem. Try to live each day environmentally friendly as possible. We can use our yoga mat to practice ahimsa. When you look at when you're doing your yoga, do you harm yourself in any way by being too pushy about your postures or too lazy? Do you not deny your body rest when you need it? Do you pay attention to your breath? Do you glance at the other students and compare yourself to them? Comparing is definitely not practicing ahimsa. Do you bring your self-worth into whether you can do certain pose or not? Do you get mad at your chattering mind in shavasana or meditation? They're just good questions to ask ourselves and to observe on the mat. Another way to practice ahimsa is just to let some things go. We just need to put a stop to trying to control everything and need to let go and just let things flow that are out of our power, which is a whole lot of things. A compulsive need to control is just a product of various fears that we have. And fear is the basis of violence and aggression. When we start letting go of preconceived ideas or outcomes, we start feeling more at peace with ourselves and those around us and the situations that we're in. And another way to practice ahimsa is to resolve our conflicts, which are part of life everywhere in all relationships, in work, in communities and nations, but to resolve them peacefully. Turbulence is a part of this world, whereas making peace is the nature of our spirit. If with a strong resolve and skill, we're able to remain centered in peace, it doesn't remain limited to just us. It begins to calm down the turbulence around us as well. There's usually two sides to any conflict, no matter who strikes first, and eventually both sides are wounded. And conflict arises in the first place because both sides stick to their stand. And yet to resolve the issue, both need to rise above and look at the larger picture. Remember that everyone is fighting a hard battle and that everyone is looking to be loved for all that they are is a good place to start with us. And the spirit is nourished by loving others. So let's be mindful and practice ahimsa when you hear that voice of negativity, of hatred and violence that comes with it. And make that conscious choice to silence it and replace it with something kind. Ahimsa in action is the practice of gentleness, compassion, understanding, patience, and love. Deep breath in and a long exhalation out through the mouth when you're ready. Start to lift yourself out of that forward bend and back to centered. Remove your bolster out of the way. And now take 1 or 2 blocks and put your 2 blocks under your bolster to make an incline, and put your blanket at the top for your head to rest. And then let your body come into knees bent to rest on the bolster with the arms open, legs bent if you want, in Sukhasana or Baddha Konasana or all the way forward. And you don't have to have that incline. So just see what feels comfortable. Get your eye bags again if you want. Cover with your... Is there any heat left in the shoulder bags? Oh, darn. Another way to cultivate Ahimsa is by doing your yoga and meditation, practicing. When our lives are going really well, practicing Ahimsa seems easy. But when there's stress and there's fear starting to pile up, our best intentions evaporate. We human beings are emotional creatures, and what we choose to do with our emotions says a lot about how spiritually mature we are. So to create a peaceful, harmonious environment at home, at work, in our community, we must first find that peace within ourselves. So when we practice meditation, we can observe our habitual reactions and their consequences. We can learn to pause, to take a breath, to readjust. We can step back and witness. We can choose to respond in a new and a more loving and accepting way. I'm not sure if it was Mahatma Gandhi or Dalai Lama that said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." I think they both get attributed to it, but it's a beautiful saying, be the change you want to see in the world. When there's negative self-talk in your mind, you can replace it. It's a powerful way to create a positive vibration in the mind, one that can help you identify with the higher self. And even meditating for 5 minutes can deepen our connection with that unconditional place of love and wisdom, where we take that negative comment that might be there, that negative self-talk, and when we notice it, we replace it so that that becomes our mantra. So we honor that daily commitment slowly over time that will loosen and untie the knots that bind us. And we choose to live more from an inner center where we feel that sense of oneness with others, and it expands, where we can become more kind, more loving, more forgiving, more compassionate, where we know we are really one and the same. Bless you. So we're going to practice a part of Yoga Nidra, which is like yogic sleep. So if you don't feel like you're really super comfortable, find a way to get really comfortable as we do Yoga Nidra. Go ahead and take the time. Does anybody need a blanket? Does anybody want anything at all? Take the time to get yourselves really deliciously happy in your pose. You just want to stay as still as possible. And of course, if you need to move and must and get out of the practice, take care of yourself. Just relax your entire body, head and face, arms and hands, legs and feet, your torso inside and outside. And bring your attention to your breath as you inhale through both nostrils and send it to your lower abdomen, where you just hold it there for an instant. And exhale completely with a sound through your mouth. And pull your navel in and deflate your belly. Let all the air out, every last drop. Inhale again from both nostrils and repeat that cycle, just releasing all the air, releasing all tension, pulling from the navel up into the heart, everything that no longer serves you. Inhale from both nostrils into your whole abdomen, filling the lungs to the rim, and hold on and focus on the brow point. And then exhale slowly with a sound. Gently engage the pelvic floor, pulling your navel in, and deflate your belly, all the air out, every last drop. And then start a normal, everyday, gentle breath. You relax your face, your whole body, and just say to yourself that you're going to practice Yoga Nidra. Just stay aware, acknowledge your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations without any attachment. Just stay focused. Try to stay awake. So that practice of Yoga Nidra begins now, and ask your heart, what is your true desire? And let that answer come. Don't think too much about it. If no answer comes, that's just as good as any answer. There's no right or wrong. So feel your heart's desire and then repeat it to yourself 3 times. Nothing fancy. Simple intention could be like, I want to stay awake, I want to relax, I want to enjoy this practice. And we're going to go into rotation of consciousness. Just let your awareness flow to different parts of your body, like a fluid, vibrating light. A gentle energy caressing our bodies from the inside and the outside. Everywhere it goes, it soothes, it brushes off tension with a silky caress. And let this vibrating energy flow freely and swiftly from one body part to the next. Don't stop it. Just follow with the sound of my voice. Feel this light relaxing the inside of your mouth, your teeth, your gums, your tongue, your jaw, the inside of your cheeks. Let it flow from the inside to the outside of your right ear, left ear, and let both ears glow with soothing energy. Let it smooth your forehead, gently brush your right eyebrow, left eyebrow, and the space between them. Relax your left eyelid and right eyelid and feel the place where your eyelids close. Relax your right eye, the left eye. Relax both eyes from the inside. Your cheekbones and your temples, the top of your head, the back of your head, the back and front of your neck, the inside of your throat. Let this light just flow through your right collarbone, down the right shoulder and shoulder blade, to your upper arm and elbow and forearm and wrist and back of the hand, palm of the hand, warm with light. Feel it in your thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Feel your whole right arm radiant, soothed, and relaxed. Let this prana, this life force, flow through your left collarbone, down the left shoulder and shoulder blade, to your upper arm and elbow and forearm and wrist and back of the hand, palm of the hand, warm with light. And feel your thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Feel your whole left arm radiant, soothed, relaxed. Feel both arms radiant, soothed, and completely relaxed. Concentrate this attention in your right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, mound of the toes, sole, top of the foot, ankle, shin and calf, right knee, thigh, back of the thigh, right hip, right groin, right glute. Travel to your left side. Gently brush your left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, mound of the toes, sole, top of the foot, ankle, shin and calf, left knee, thigh, and back of the thigh. Left hip, left groin, left glute. Feel both legs and pelvis radiant, soothed, and completely relaxed. Be this awareness inside your abdomen, gently caressing your organs, the abdominal walls, the sides, the back, the front. Your abdomen relaxed from the inside and the outside. Relax your chest, the back of your chest, your heart, your lungs, diaphragm, your whole torso, brushed by gentle and radiant awareness. Your torso together with your pelvis and legs and arms and neck and head and face. Your whole left side, your whole right side, your whole body, radiant, soothed, completely relaxed. Your whole body at ease, inside and outside. Your whole body, pure awareness of your whole body. Let this awareness now become breath. And notice the rhythm of your natural breath, a calm, slow breath, and a gentle inhale of pure awareness, lifting your abdomen and your chest, and a long and calming exhale, completely relaxed, your abdomen and chest, lowering towards your spine. Your breath, aware of itself, yourself, aware of being, the one who's breathing. Breath, energy, prana, traveling up and down your spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Inhale from your tailbone to your sacrum, up your solar plexus, the back of your heart, the back of your throat, the inside of your head, the crown of your head. Just be aware of your inhales and your exhales traveling up and down the whole length of your spine. You're practicing Yoga Nidra in your pranic body. Awareness of your energy, awareness of your breath up and down your spine, soothing and radiant and warm. Now visualize these scenes that I suggest and just come and go from one image to the other without any attachment. A dead tree, the ocean from a window, a volcano erupting red lava, birds flying at sunset over a wetland, the skull of an animal in the bush, a tornado swiping the plains, a green tree thriving with fruit, a white baby mouse, a snake with 7 heads, the Milky Way on a starry night, bees drinking morning dew from a colorful flower, the vast, calm ocean, the immense ocean. It's your consciousness. Let the ocean of your consciousness slowly contract into a single drop of morning dew, into a single drop of water. Let your consciousness be contracted into a single pointed drop of water. Now let this drop expand to the infinite. Become an ocean again. The infinite ocean of all consciousness, of your consciousness, of universal consciousness. You and I and everything are the same thing. Smile from within, calm, soothing smile that permeates all the subtle layers of the universe. And rest this unseparate awareness into the universal smile. Now come back to your heart desire. Repeat it to yourself 3 times. Come back to your breath, your natural breath, moving your belly and your chest up and down. Come back to your body in this room, on this mat, in relation to everyone. Start to initiate movement in your toes and fingers and legs and arms and neck. And slowly blink your eyes a couple of times. Moving, inviting the sense of sight again and the outside world. When you're ready, moving your body back to seated. The Yoga Nidra is now complete. Take your hands, if you're seated, and bring them towards your heart, covering one hand over the other. Find your collarbones. Move to that space just below the collarbones and just press as you breathe in nose and out mouth. Move the hands towards the thymus gland in the center of the chest. Breathe in nose and out mouth. Bring the hands to the side ribs and breathe in nose and out mouth as you press or rub or thump in nose, out mouth. Hands under the eyes. Breathe in nose, out mouth. Let the hands come onto your lap. Take one hand to the opposite shoulder. Give a squeeze as you breathe in, crossing the energy over down the torso, off the lap, off the hip. Exhale. Take the other hand, reach over for the opposite shoulder. Give a squeeze to the shoulder, the neck. Breathe in. Let it move diagonally off that torso. Exhale. Hands on the lap. Breathing the hands towards the bottom of your spine, and then lift those hands up to the mouth. Send your intention into the field. Hands come out, and then one hand on the belly, one hand on the forehead. As you breathe in, press in and lift up. In nose, out mouth 3 times. Breathe in, sealing all your energy work, your Yoga Nidra, your relaxing practice for whenever you need to respond with more Ahimsa. Hands to the heart. Thank you, everyone, for practicing and listening to the theories and ways to implement in Ahimsa into your lives. Namaste.